The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David, and Heidi Tam Music, with her latest on HeidiTamMusic.com.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, now on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also, Heidi Tam Music. Check out our latest at HeidiTamMusic.com. We have a terrific gentleman who's a multi-talented Christian singer, songwriter, and multi-award winner, featured on indieradiouniversal, Universal, Space Angel, and a lot more. He's had over 10,000 views to his latest release. He also opened for Earl Thomas Conley, played for the veterans, and also senior instructor and member of the McGuire Veterans, and numerous followers on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and more. And he's based out in the East Coast, and he's got a new song out, which is Jesus Never Tapped Out, featuring all the hits and more. Live, ladies and gentlemen, at Plus Studios, somewhere in Virginia, the multi-talented Christian singer, songwriter, multi-award winner, featured on indie radio, and with his latest, Jesus Never Tapped Out, and he did never tap out. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented John Harvey. John, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with you, Mike. Thank you so much.
Well, it's great to have you on board, John. I mean, you got such experience as well. You're a multi-talented Christian singer, songwriter, multi-award winner, featured on Indie Radio Universal, Space Angel, and more. You have over 10,000 views to your latest release, Jesus Never Tapped Out. You also open up for Earl Thomas Conley. You played for veterans. You're a senior instructor and member of the McGuire Veterans. You have numerous followers on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and more. You also have your new release, Jesus Never Tapped Out, featuring the title track and Let the Light Shine On, Blessedare, and a lot more. Before getting to all that, John, tell us how you first got started.
Wow. I first got started when I was, I'm going to have to say I was about 3 years old.
Wow, okay.
And I can remember sitting in the bathtub listening to my brother spin his 45s in his bedroom, and I was getting turned on to Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry and Little Richard and all those cats, and I just fell in love with music, and I knew right then that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be a musician, a rock and roller, and songwriter, and it wasn't long afterwards that like when I was 10, my mom got me a set of drums to keep me out of trouble from being in Philadelphia. Little did she know. But so I started playing drums. I had my first band when I was 11. We were called the Tombstones. We did a lot of cover songs by the Beatles. When I was 15, I started playing guitar. There was a girl I met that she liked me and I liked her, and her favorite song was Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan. So I borrowed a guitar from my preacher and learned how to play it. One night I learned how to play it. My fingers were bleeding, but I played it for her. We became boyfriend and girlfriend for a while, and the guitar long outlasted that relationship. But that's when I really got into writing music and playing covers. I've always played cover music because it helped make me a better writer, because I learned how other people wrote, and I tried to emulate that.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. I mean, you got a great start right there, John. And other than that moment, being 3 years old, listening to your the music playing in your brother's room, sitting in a tub and everything, what was that other one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career, especially what you're doing right now? This is like permanent.
Well, again, I've always been a songwriter and played cover music, mostly secular music. But one day, not long ago, I was driving down the road after band practice, and I pulled up behind a truck that was going real slow. And I noticed on his back windshield, he had a sticker that read, "Jesus never tapped." And it was a Kairos moment for me. I had to pull off the side of the road. The Holy Spirit came down on me and showed me why Jesus was born, why he lived the life he did, why he died, why he was buried, why he rose again on the third day, and why he left us with the Holy Spirit. And I was just blown away. Doesn't even cover it, but it changed my life forever. I remember sobbing in the cab of my car, and it took about 20 minutes to compose myself. And I went home to my girlfriend of 13 years, and she looked at me, and she could tell I'd been through something. She goes, "What happened to you?" And I told her the story, and she goes, "Well, what are you going to do?" I go, "I'm going to find us a church." And I found us the most amazing, non-denominational, spirit-filled Bible church. And her and I started going, and then we walked down the aisle and got married there. And I wrote the song, "Jesus Never Tapped Out." I had this blues jam that I had done it instrumentally, I don't know, for maybe a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to play it for the vets all the time, and they loved it. Well, I penned the song, and the words fit perfectly. And I took it to the vets, and they made me play that song 5 times.
Really? 5 consecutive times? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the first time they loved it. And every time thereafter, I would have to constantly play that song. So I recorded it. I went and did a video of it up in New Jersey at Bulletproof Studios with John Albino and Franco Frassetti. He was a videographer, and he's also the stage lighting director for the band Aerosmith.
Oh, okay.
So I was really fortunate, and he did a bang up job. And this song has touched so many people. I get comments and messages all the time of people thanking me for writing that song, because to me, what that song did was it proved to me that there, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Jesus Christ is God, because he was the only quote unquote God that went that distance. There have been a lot of gods, Hercules, Odin, a bunch of them, but they all fell short. But Jesus went all the way. And it's helped a lot of people in their search. And that means more than anything to me. It's helped my veterans. I've played for some large crowds. I've played for crowds, upwards of 10, 15, 20,000 people. And there's nothing like that except playing for a room full of wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most spectacular thing. So at that point, I turned my music over to God, and I just started writing Christian songs and Christian music. I still do positive secular songs when I play skilled nursing facilities, which is one of my passions.
Okay.
I just love playing for people, and Jesus Never Tapped Out was a turning point in my life.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you had bumper sticker as well. How long ago was that?
Oh man, that was probably 8 or 9 years. And after I recorded it, God told me to sit on it. He said, "Don't release it yet," and I didn't. I played it for select people, my vets, but I didn't release it. And one day at church, God told me to leave my secular band, release Jesus Never Tapped Out, and he would take care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to him. I did exactly what he said. And this secular band was pretty successful. But I did what God said, and what he has been doing in my life just totally blows that away. But it wasn't 2 days later that I sent the song to Chris Spear, who was my promoter of Spaceangel Music. He fell in love with the song immediately.
Nice.
And he said, we got to get the song out there. And he got it out there, and it went all over Europe. It was number one on the radio for a very long time over there. I'm still getting airplay like crazy from that song. And this man, Chris, is the best promoter I've ever seen in my life. And he took this song under his wings. And it's been nonstop. I mean, Chris in his own right, he's a hit songwriter and performer. He did the song Turkey Stomp back in the day. He wrote the song We Were Born This Way with Bunny Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Been performed by Valentino, Lady Gaga. Stevie Wonder played drums on the original version. And for him to have taken me under his wings like that, it just blew me away. But it wouldn't have been if it hadn't have been for the song Jesus Never Tapped Out. Now he has his own indie radio universal network with Robbie Spencer. It is powered by SE Studios. It comes on every Monday night,
Mm-hmm.
where he plays the best indie music that there is, and it covers all genres. There's some awesome Christian music in there. There's some great country music, rock music. But I found that my song, Jesus Never Tapped Out, has crossed over into secular music.
Oh, nice.
Which blows my mind. It really does. But I just can't say enough for Chris and everything that he's done for me and the Christian community.
Mm-hmm. And certainly did as well, too. More on Jesus Never Tapped Out and more of the amazing John Harvey. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you need. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by me and Melson Zia has garnered great reviews. In Eve 11 Outdoors by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forge Riley, and Minions. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by me and Melson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Elliptical, the think tank of the future that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system, generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes, power grids, to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. Visit today at facebook.com/illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENTIPTICAL today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, including 30 paintings and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and his time as a shepherd where it all started, and complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Hi-10 Music, featuring the smash hit Baby Come Back and appearing August 25th in Los Angeles. Listen for the tales at hi10music.com. Also take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device at themikewagnershow.com and over 40 podcast platforms, including Spreaker, iHeart, YouTube as well. And for great gift ideas 24/7, go to amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, t-shirts, pop sockets, phone cases, hoodies, also tote bags, and more. Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, and check out Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles, cool merchandise, and more. Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia, and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the multi-talented Christian singer-songwriter, multi-award winner, John Harvey, here on the Mike Wagner Show with Jesus Never Tapped Out. And just going back to some of the influence as well, who are some of your favorite other singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Well, the first band I ever saw was in Berlin, Germany, when I was 17 years old, and it was Pink Floyd.
Oh, wow!
And it was 2 weeks after they recorded "Dark Side of the Moon."
Okay.
And I knew right then, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that that's what I was meant to do. I was meant to write. I was meant to play music. I was meant to record. I'd always felt it in me that that's what I was supposed to do. But after I saw them, that sealed the deal.
That certainly does. And of course, you also worked with some other professionals like Earl Thomas Conley open up for.
Oh, yeah. I've worked with Earl Thomas Conley, the Drifters, the Marvelettes, Jay and the Techniques, Sawyer Brown, Frank Mancuso and the Imaginations. I was invited to open for Bob Dylan and Joan Armatrading. I've played with the Del Vikings. I played with Sha-Na-Na. And that's just what I can think of off the top of my head. It's been quite a few.
Oh my gosh, you got an amazing list. I got to say that. It's like I'm starting to run out of room here. So you got all that. So, and plus, you got your own music in your own right as well, too, that besides Jesus Never Tapped Out, featuring title track, you also got Let the Light Shine On, and also blessedare, and also Sparrow, God's Pretty Little Girl, Where Angels Fly, Sailing On. And tell us more about that music and what inspired you to write it.
Well, right now, I've got God's Pretty Little Girl has been released, and it's taking off like crazy. And the story behind that is I was getting married, and being the player I am, I didn't want to just give my vows up there at the altar. I wanted to sing them. So I wrote them in a song called God's Pretty Little Girl. And that's what that song is. It's my wedding vows. And I released it. And I'm getting plays like absolutely crazy. And just in 2 days, I've gotten 3,000 or 4,000 plays on it. And that's just from me submitting it to groups that I belong to. I don't use any of these YouTube folks that say they'll get you 10,000 views. I do it myself. And between that and Chris Spear giving me the airtime and airplay and the promotion and the tools to work with, again, I get comments all the time on people saying how much they love the song because it means something to their heart. So everything I write, I try for it to have a meaning. Like Where Angels Fly, that was when my wife's daughter passed away. I wrote that for her. And again, I performed that, and I have people come up to me afterwards and they thank me, saying I have no idea how much that meant to them and how much that it touched them. And these are people that I don't know. So that's how God has been using me in the music business.
Okay. It sounds amazing as well, too. And of course, you also, got some others on Spotify and everything like that. And if there's other music we haven't talked about, feel free to talk about as well.
Well, I've got some music out on DistroKid. If anybody's interested, just look up John Henry Harvey, and you'll find it there. It's on Spotify and Apple and all the major platforms. My video is doing really well. It's on indieradiouniversal network. It's on YouTube. It's on Rebel TV. I just got put on Otel TV today, which is on Roku. It's one of the largest Roku platforms. And I want to get back up to New Jersey, and I want to do the video to some more of my songs up there. God's Pretty Little Girl, in particular. I want to do that in honor of my wife. So that's about it. I'm busy writing. I'm playing a lot at church. They have me play a new song there about every month and a half. I teach it to their band.
How you like that?
And then when church is over, we play it. I've been playing with a good friend of mine, Lenny Holmes, Grammy-nominated guitar player. He played with Prince and Michael Jackson, and he was nominated for a Grammy. Nominated for a Grammy. There we go. Nominated for a Grammy for a song that he wrote with Beyonce. And he's played with the Funkadelics, Parliament, P-Funk, Living Color, just lots and lots of people. He's the lead guitarist at our church.
Oh, wow. So
I'm very, very honored to have that going on. That's about it.
Boy, you have a lot. And plus, also, let's fill in the blanks. Not only do some music as well, you're also a senior instructor and member of the McGuire Veterans.
Yes. I do that. That's starting to come back together now. It's been a long time since this pandemic just is still shutting things down. I belong to a group called No Veteran Dies Alone, where I go into the hospice rooms and I play music for the passing veterans during their final days and hours, music that they want to hear. Right now, that's all put on hold. If anybody wants to see their loved one in the hospice there, they have to go stand outside and peer in through the window. They've got the room numbers plastered on the window, so you know who is where. It's extremely sad. And I'm really praying and hoping that they lift these sanctions and allow us musicians that believe in that to go in there and do more.
Right. Yes. And of course, we do need all that as well, too. And what's coming up amazing, multi-talented John Harvey of Jesus Never Tapped Out. We'll find out just 1 minute. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, Mythical, The Think Tank of the Future, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now on Amazon, Heidi Tam Music with Baby Come Back at HeidiTamMusic.com. We'll be back with the multi-talented John Harvey after this time.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing, this is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
There's nothing like summer smooth jazz and R&B night at the View Music Bar. Join us Sunday, August 25th at 7:30 for a night filled with smooth jazz stars like Billboard charting artist Niels, award-winning songwriter and musician Michael Garvin, UK's top charting soulful artist Joe Levy, our very own SoCal's hitmaker, trumpeter CTK, and smooth jazz award-winning international charting vocalist Heidi Tan.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
Don't miss this unforgettable evening at the View Music Bar and Lounge. Sponsored by Skin Protocol Med Spa, Fast Fix Jewelry and Watch Repairs, East Coast Artist Agency, Jazz Club Radio, Worldwide Jazz Radio, So Jazzy Radio, and 96.9 The Oasis. Tickets available on the Venmo app and Eventbrite. Sunday, August 25th for a smooth summer jazz and R&B night.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Mythical, the think tank of the future. Mythical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Mythical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book through the Psalms he wrote. His time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to the Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back in the multi-talented John Harvey of Jesus Never Tapped Out here on the Mike Wagner Show, and he certainly never tapped out in D, which is really amazing to hear. And what else are we expecting in 2024 and beyond, John?
I plan on touring as much as I can, getting out there. I want to continue playing for the vets. I want to continue recording, continue writing, sharing my testimony, preaching when I can. And I'll tell you, I owe a lot to you asked who brought me to you earlier. I got a hold of you because of Charlotte Hogue, and who was very close with Pete DiLorenzo, and he and I were very close friends. He was going to have my song Sparrow in his movie The Mentor, and then he unfortunately passed away. But they put me in touch with Victor Santiago, and he told me, he said, you got to talk to Mike Wagner.
He is an amazing guy. So, big shout out to Don Vick of the Don Vick Show. Amazing.
Don Vick, yeah, no doubt about it.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
Yes, it does. And give a big shout out to him as well, too. And in the meantime, I was going to ask you once again, where can we find all your music at, including Jesus Never Tapped Out?
Where Jesus Never Tapped Out?
Right, yeah. And all your works at. What's your website?
John Harvey on Facebook.
Okay.
That's my website right now. I'm still working on getting a website, but I'm using my own Facebook page where I have all my songs posted on it that people can go to, and they can get a hold of me and talk to me. And I just find it, in a way, it's more personable for me that way. I've made a lot of friends, a lot of contacts. Of course, I want to sell what I do, but I'm more into it for the Spirit of God. You know, I learned a long time ago that playing music doesn't necessarily make you a lot of money, but playing for Jesus, you build up rewards up in heaven for that. And like I said earlier, nothing touches my soul more than playing for a room full of wheelchairs. And that's where I'm at.
That's so amazing what you do, John. God bless you here. We're here with the multi-talented John Harvey here on the Mike Wagner Show. And just a couple of things. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Say it again.
Who do you consider your biggest influence in your career?
My biggest influence in my career, without sounding cliche, it's got to be God. It's got to be Jesus. It's the Bible. It's my prayer life. Everything leads me to do what I do through the Lord. You know, I've played in so many bands, and they've all let me down in one way or another. But playing for the Lord has never once let me down. I don't care if there's one person in the room or 10,000 people in the room. It's never let me down.
And that's a very good point as well. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Follow your heart. Talk to God. Ask God where He wants you. We all have a purpose in this life. And in a way, we're all the same. I mean, I'm no different than the person that holds the door for people at church or sweeps out the bathrooms. You know, it's all sacrifice. It's all out of love. And the more you do it, the more He opens up to you where He wants you. And I believe that people are happier when they're doing what God wants them to do.
And that is very important as well. Once again, with the multi-talented John Harvey of Jesus Never Tapped Out and more here on the Mike Wagner Show. John, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot from you. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And once again, I know you don't have a website. How do people reach out to you? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your works?
Well, they can check out my works and purchase at through DistroKid on any of the major platforms. They can get a hold of me on my Facebook page, John Harvey. They can hear my music every Monday night on indieradiouniversal at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and we have a chat room which is more of a VIP experience where they can ask all the artists questions. They can meet with their fans, their producers, their agents, all the people in the business right there. And it's some of the best indie music in the world. I highly recommend it.
All right. Well, certainly check it out. God bless you on that one, John. Once again, a very big thank you for your time, John. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Laugh it back. Wish you all the best. And John, you definitely have a great future ahead of you, and God bless you in all you do.
God bless you. Thank you very much, Mike.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Earl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing. This is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, either paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
There's nothing like summer smooth jazz and R&B night at the View Music Bar. Join us Sunday, August 25th at 7:30 for a night filled with smooth jazz stars like Billboard charting artist Niels, award-winning songwriter and musician Michael Garvin, UK's top charting soulful artist Joe Levy, our very own SoCal's hitmaker, trumpeter CTK, and smooth jazz award-winning international charting vocalist Heidi Tan.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
Don't miss this unforgettable evening at the View Music Bar and Lounge. Sponsored by Skin Protocol Med Spa, Fast Fix Jewelry and Watch Repairs, East Coast Artist Agency, Jazz Club Radio, Worldwide Jazz Radio, So Jazzy Radio, and 96.9 The Oasis. Tickets available on the Venmo app and Eventbrite. Sunday, August 25th for a smooth summer jazz and R&B night.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.